born in a very affluent family, educated in India and abroad. She has lived her life by her own rules and regulations. Recently, Oxford Dictionary added a word to their popular words called Bindass. And I think she fits that word really well. Daughter of an illustrious actress, mother of the heartthrob of Bombay film industry, our woman in focus today is Tanuja. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Being born and brought up in the Bombay film industry, how was that?
I think I just took it for granted. You know, it wasn't anything different. I just thought that was the way it was supposed to be. I mean, that's what it was, very normal for us.
Right.
You know? Mom was mom, dad was dad, and this was a profession that they worked at, both
right.
of them. So it wasn't a big deal.
And many people coming in the house because your mom was a very famous actress.
Yes, she was. Yes.
And
we had a lot of people coming in and going out, but we also had a lot of family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and family was a very important part of our lives. My mother always insisted that no, family is important. This is profession, this is outside, and it's, yeah, but then the industry at that time was a family as well.
Of course. The industry, of course, we'll talk about the industry.
All knew each other.
Yeah.
So it was a family.
And it has changed. And we will talk about the changing industry because that's part of life, I guess.
Yeah.
And so when you were growing up, living in Bombay, and I will continue calling it Bombay, although it's been given a new...
Please, yes. Yes.
Why is it Mumbai?
In Marathi, it is Mumbai. But actually, to break it up, it is Mumbai, which means Mumba, the mother, in Marathi.
I see.
So, as you say it colloquially, it's Mumbai. Mumbai.
Now, it's a very energetic place, Mumbai itself. Thousands of people make their living there.
Mm-hmm. If not millions.
If not millions. In your own words, describe Mumbai to me, or Bombay to me.
It's indescribable. You know, there is no word for me to describe Mumbai. It is, you have to come and experience it. It's like saying describe New York. You can't describe New York. You have to be in New York to experience New York. Just like that, you have to be in Mumbai to experience Mumbai.
The film industry is the greatest in the world, makes more than 1,000 films a year. How many of those do you get to watch?
Very few, actually. The ones that are released are around about, say, maybe, approximately, I would say, I don't really know, but about 15 or 20 films a year are released.
And you would watch those?
Whether I would or not, I don't know, but people do. I watch maybe 1, 2, 3, max.
Do you like Hindi film industry? Do you like Hindi films? Let's talk about the Hindi films.
I like films,
yes,
period. You know, it has nothing to do with Hindi, Marathi, Bengali, Gujarati, that's the regional films of India. Every film has its own life. And I just love films.
There's difference between the Bombay films, difference between the regional films, as you just mentioned. The South Indian films, the caliber, the filming is totally different from the Bombay.
But they're still films.
Style. They are films,
you see,
that's true.
This is what I wanted to say, was that films are films, and how you make them, where you make them, the medium is the same.
Right.
You are putting a message across, or you're just entertaining people, you know. So.
Well, I don't think it was ever meant to educate people. It was always meant to entertain.
Oh, yes. No. I disagree with that.
Okay.
I think, you know, entertainment in its own way is a media for education.
Mm-hmm.
Because people do get influenced from what they see. You know, they say it's the audio visual. It isn't. It's the visual audio. When they see something, then they're willing to listen. If they find the sight interesting enough, then they're willing to open their ears and listen. Otherwise, they don't. You can show them n number of pictures and there's no sound behind it. And they'll say, oh, okay, doesn't mean anything. But when there is a sound, maybe whether it's music or whether it's someone giving a commentary, it does enhance your interest. You know, you say, let me see, let me look at it again. Wow, isn't that wonderful?
So that's where the education part comes in.
Of course.
And the entertainment.
Every experience of a human being is a learning experience.
Right.
So, whatever the medium, it's an experience.
Now you entered this medium at a very young age. And I think it was your mom's movie, Hamari Beti.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was very young, yes.
Would you remember anything about that?
Yeah, kind of,
Yeah.
vaguely. I remember I lost my tooth because I was 6. And I was very upset because I lost my tooth. And in those days, we didn't have a tooth fairy.
No,
okay?
nobody
Told us about the tooth fairy. So we didn't get anything for that tooth. And it was excruciatingly embarrassing for me to be able to...
Was it the front tooth?
It was the front tooth. And to talk through that, and I would lisp, and I would be so self-conscious, and my voice would sound squeaky. I'd say, oh no, I don't think I want to do this at all. But I did it, and it was fun. I played my sister's childhood, and that is where my mother introduced my elder sister, Nutan, into the film industry. And that time she was only, what, 13, 14.
Now, you and Nutan both have been fantastic. I mean, the era of the 60s was Nutan's and yours, because you were introduced in Chabili.
Yeah, but not mine really.
It was
just, yeah, it was her period, the 50s and the 60s.
How was it growing up as a very famous mother, sister's daughter, sister?
Exactly that. Oh, it was quite a good feeling because I took advantage of that completely.
Were you a brat?
Absolutely. I loved it. I said, oh, I'm my mother's daughter. Can we have 5 tickets to this? And, oh, of course, madam, no problem. And we didn't have to pay. Or I'm my sister's sister. And,
yeah.
Okay, oh, of course, no problem. And all my 10 friends and myself would go and sit and watch the movie free of charge. So that was an advantage as well. And whenever we got into trouble, oh, but I'm my sister's sister.
Right.
And I'm my mother's daughter.
Right.
And wow, okay, no problem, it's all right. So we got away with a lot of things.
So everybody falling at your feet?
No, not really. We tripped once in a while. Straight on our noses, down, flat. Okay, that was bad scene.
Can we talk about Chabili? Your first film as a heroine?
No.
Wasn't it?
No. I was in school still. When I did Chabili, when they did... Actually, yes, they did make the film for me.
Right.
And in a way, I was the heroine of the film because the story was about this brat.
Right.
Okay? That was me.
That was you. I mean, the real life story.
Not really. No. This is about this kid whose father is a captain of a ship, and she stows away on that ship. And her sister is traveling on that ship, and she has a little romance with the first officer.
Acha.
But of course, our little friend puts her 2 bits into it and gets them all into a lot of trouble. But then she finds the diamond smugglers who are on the ship, and there was a little monkey on the ship as well. So it was a nice, fun movie. And the saddest part is that it's not there in the archives.
It's not, eh?
The negative is lost, so it's just a memory.
Lovely songs in that film.
Yeah,
they were just
still there.
beautiful.
Yeah, the music
I think,
is still there.
wasn't one of the songs sung by your sister?
Yes.
Yeah. Ae Mere Humsafar.
Ae Mere Humsafar, yes.
Awesome.
Beautiful song.
We're going to take a short commercial break, but we'll be back, and I want to talk about the other films that you've made.
Okay.
Don't go away, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Women in Focus. We're talking to Tanuja. Tanuja, we were talking about, you don't mind my not saying Tanuja ji.
No. It's like somebody says to me, Tanuja ji, it means Tanu Ja. Ji. You know, it means get out of my face. So it's very nice if you call me Tanuja.
Good.
Thank you.
And you can call me Sushma.
Okay, thank you.
So, film industry, we were talking about your first film, and I'm very saddened to know that it cannot be viewed, it cannot, the original, maybe somebody in the world has a copy.
Anything is possible.
Yes, of course.
Of course. Anything is possible.
Now, another film that that you acted in, and I want to talk about this film because it has a personal story behind it, called Hamari Yaad Aayegi.
Oh.
It wasn't a big hit.
That was my first film.
That was your first film. Now, there was a song in it, Kabhi Tanhaiyon Mein Hamari Yaad Aayegi. And
Kabhi tanhaiyon mein yoon hamari
Yoon
yaad.
Hamari Yaad Aayegi. Achha.
That yoon is very important.
Achha, that's...
Yeah, because this is the way you're going to remember me.
You're right.
Yoon hamari yaad aayegi.
My younger sister hated that song.
Right.
There was a line in it which said, "Na phir tu ji sakega aur na tujhko maut aayegi." And she just couldn't fathom that. And I would torment her because it became my favorite song. and I wanted her to listen to it. Working on that, can you explain the? I haven't seen the picturization of that particular song. How was it?
It was the hero is dying, you know, and she has, the heroine, that's me, has gone away with the villain. And she's told him in a drunken state that, look, you are, get out of my face, I don't want to be with you anymore, and this, that. And this is how he remembers her. And the face is in the clouds, and he's seeing her sing. It's just this much of the close-up in profile. And this is what he feels that she is saying to him. And that is what he's feeling right then while he's dying, that look, this is, na phir tu ji sakega, na tujhko maut aayegi.
Wow. Wow, okay. Whew.
But I must tell you something very interesting about this.
Yes.
Know? It's so strange, but I was in Toronto recently, about 2 weeks ago, and the hero of my film, Kedar Sharma's son, Ashok, lives in Toronto. And I had met him about 6-7 years ago for the first time after nearly, I don't know how long, ages and ages.
Eons.
Eons, yes. And because he had migrated to Canada.
That's right.
And we met up, and it was great to see him, but we didn't really get time to connect. And this time when I was there, I said, I have to call Billy. We call him Billy, you know, affectionately. I said, so let me ring up Billy. And I rang up Billy, and he lives in the same building as this friend of mine lives in. So he says, okay, I'll come across. And we set up a time. And when I met him and I looked at him, I said, oh my God, Billy. I said, you look just like your father. And he did look
Really?
so much like his father. And his father passed away a couple of years ago, which is very sad for me. But, and for him, I'm sure, as well. But we sort of, you know, met up again, and it was such fun. It was so wonderful to, you know, come back into being 17 again.
Right.
You know, I was 17 again, and he was about 18 or 17 or whatever he was. And it was just, and we just started remembering things, and we just went back, and how much we have laughed. We laughed, and we looked at, and we're looking in hindsight at what we did. We were so bad, but we did it anyway, and it was fun, you know, to just get together again.
I think that life, I think that age that a person goes through has an everlasting impression on the years to come.
Yeah, but 1 minute. Can I interrupt you there?
Sure.
I would definitely not like to be 17 again.
No way.
No way. God, I was so callow. I didn't know anything about life. And I thought, okay, I'll take it in leaps and bounds. Well, you can't take life in leaps and bounds. It's always one step at a time.
How's it now?
One step at a time.
Do you know about life?
Oh, sort of. I'm still learning. Teaches me something new every day.
And you are, I'll come back to the movies, but I like your philosophy on life. You said a day at a time. So
yeah, today, this is important, right now, this moment, you know. By the time you say this moment is gone, it's over.
Yeah.
And cannot come back. You cannot go back there and bring that particular moment back to now. Now is always now.
So living in the past is a no-no.
For me, it's a no-no. I don't even look back. I say, okay, if you insist that I look back, okay, tell me what is back there, and I'll tell you while looking forward that maybe, yeah, it makes sort of sense, but not really. Doesn't pertain to today. And I'd rather not think about that. It's over, it's done with. Today is what is important. Tomorrow, no. Tomorrow never comes. It's always today, isn't it?
It
you
is.
wake up in the morning, you say, oh, good morning, today I am awake. You don't say, tomorrow I am awake.
No. And you don't even say, yesterday I was awake.
Yeah, true. That's also true.
Life goes on, and you said you learn every day.
Yeah, every moment.
Every moment you're learning. And you've been to Vancouver. What is your trip like?
Amazing. I found there's so much of positive energy here. There's a lot of warmth. People smile at you, and you smile back, or if you smile at them, they smile back. It's not like if you smile at them, they don't look at you, what on earth is this female doing? They just say, okay, Let me smile back at her. But there are places I've been to in the world where, people, if I smile at them, they say, is she okay? Not here, I find everybody smiling at each other. Canada is like that, I think. I find it a very friendly country.
You've just visited Salt Spring Island.
Yes. Magical place. So peaceful, and the fruit trees, and the orchards, and the deer, and the flowers, and just the peace of that place. It's just so peaceful. Just walk in there and the energy is, okay, calm down.
No, you are a nature person.
I'll take care of you.
You're
I am
a nature person.
Yeah, but then all of us are, aren't we?
I don't think so. Not everybody.
Well, hello?
I am, but not everybody.
Well, I think everybody.
So I just quickly said
no,
I am.
No, I think everybody is.
You think so?
Every human being is a nature person. Because we are born here in this world, and this world is about nature, isn't it? It's not about the buildings. We're the ones who build the buildings. But we are about nature.
We're going to take a short commercial break, but we'll be back, and I want to talk about the other films that you've made.
Okay.
Don't go away, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Tanuja is our Woman in Focus today. So, we're talking about nature. You love Vancouver. You love nature. You love life.
Yes.
So as a mother, how did you bring up your daughters?
I brought up my daughters with the idea that they're not mine really. They don't belong to me. They're a gift that I was given to be nurtured, to be disciplined, to be taught the values of life, and to bring them up as good human beings who understand that compassion is very important in being human. A way of speaking what is true for you is important, as long as you don't hurt another person. And being true to yourself and doing what you feel is appropriate, not right or wrong, but appropriate in that time. How do you figure out right and wrong? I said, well, you just got to figure it out for yourself. I cannot tell you what is right and wrong, because I don't think there is any right and wrong. There are certain things that are not appropriate. So don't do them. And if you still choose to do them, then fine, it's your choice and these are the consequences. And are you willing to abide by these consequences? If you are, then go ahead, because you have to deal with the consequences yourself. I cannot deal with them for you. And they understood that. And that's the way they are. And I'm very proud of them.
Was it different the way your parents brought you up?
No, exactly the same.
Really?
My mother, yes. My mother always told me, tell the truth, don't lie, because if you tell one lie, you have to tell 2,000 lies to cover up that one lie. I don't think she was right. I think it's about 1 million lies to cover up that one lie.
Have you ever done that?
Nope. The one time I ever lied to her, I got beaten up for my pains. So I said, all right, no more. I do not like getting beaten up because I'm not a very physically athletic person. I'd rather lounge. So don't do physical exercise. Like I tell people, I say, look, I exercise only here. Physical exercise for me. I manage a walk, I'll amble a little bit.
Right.
Fine with it.
Give me a typical day of yours in Bombay.
Oh, I don't have a typical day.
No.
Oh my God, that would be so boring.
Would it?
Yeah, of course, if I had a typical day. Can you imagine the same routine every day? It's a typical day.
Yeah, wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee.
Every day is a new day. And I'm not a coffee or a tea drinker. I used to be a coffee addict at one time. But then I decided, no, I need to be me. And I don't need to tell that coffee tell me that, look, I have to wake up. I need to wake up by myself. So that's what I've learned, that I don't need anything to wake up. I just need my own
body to
need
tell you.
to wake
Yeah,
up.
I just want to
need
get
to
up.
wake up, so I'll wake up. If I don't feel like waking up, then I will spend the whole day in bed.
Have you ever done that?
Yes, lots of times. I just feel lazy and I will sit in my bed and I will have my coffee or tea or water or whatever it is. If I feel, like energetic enough to get up and get it,
Yes.
then I'll take my book and I will sit and read in my book the whole day.
I was going to ask you if you're a person who, because you have vast knowledge of a lot of topics and we haven't even touched any, you read a lot.
Yep, anything. I also read comics, by the way.
Oh, I
love
love comics. Who's your favorite comic
Oh,
artist?
all of them.
All of them?
I like all the action comics. I like all the superheroes.
X-Men and Superman.
Oh, lovely. Batman. And then I
Batman.
love Archie and
Yeah,
Veronica and
of
Betty
course.
and Reggie. Oh, they're so cute.
So comics are okay and serious books are okay.
Oh, it depends on my mood. I'm a very eclectic reader. Like my mother says, the toilet paper was printed, I'd read that too. It's like that. I love sitting in the loo and reading. Or I read anywhere, but I like to read. And when I'm reading, then I cannot hear anything. I do not see anything except what I'm reading. And I don't even see the words that I'm reading. I'm probably so involved in the subject that I'm reading in that I'm there.
Yeah, you're a part of it.
I'm there.
And you also
I'm in a
make up the
different
whole
world
story.
altogether.
Yeah. The books that you read, could they ever be made into Hindi films? Hindustani films, I should say?
A lot of people ask me that.
Yeah.
And I say, I don't know. I said, you have to read the book for yourself. And if you think I'm not a movie maker.
Would you ever want to be a movie maker?
No.
When you
I like watching movies.
Yeah.
I like watching this movie that is life, okay? I'm so involved in that I don't really want to make another movie that is another life. I'd rather act in them and be another person and be in another life as an actress.
Pretend.
Well, no. I am that person. When I'm doing that role, I am that person. Then that is not Tanuja. That is that person.
You're living that person.
You have to. If you don't live it, you can't be true to that character, can you? You have to live it.
Any character that sticks in your mind that you have acted as or been?
I think each and every role that I did, good, bad, indifferent, I did a lot of movies and I think I enjoyed being all those people.
102 of them, I understand.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who cares?
We'll take a break.